Springfield. Oh.
Yes.
During our commercial break, we learned that Casey Anthony will be released in August.
In August. That's right.
All right, Rick Springfield, singer, songwriter, actor, best-selling author. In his memoir, Late, Late at Night, he writes candidly about his lifelong battle with depression and lots of other things. And here he is, Mr. Rick Springfield.
We did the uncomfortable handshake again.
Yes.
I see that every day on the street. You come in and you go, wait, no. Shake fists.
Without even knowing who they were.
Make up your mind, you know?
Rick was born in Australia. There he is.
Love this
right
picture.
there, little baby boy, with his parents and his brother.
When you look at that picture, do you see yourself more in your mother or your father?
Here you go.
Satan.
Really?
It's funny because I looked at this photo and I said, wow, I can see you in both of your parents.
Yeah,
It's really uncanny.
I got the, you know, my mom from here up and my dad from here down. Well, look, thankfully.
And then he learned to play the guitar. Here he is outside. Looks like an outhouse or something there.
That was a shed, actually.
Yeah.
Another event happened about 4 years later in that shed. It wasn't quite. It wasn't a fun thing, actually.
Very tragic. I mean, very tragic event.
And here's young Rick thinking about his future.
Yeah, not real happy. Not real happy about what's going to come up.
You know, you speak very candidly about your bouts with depression. I mean, severe depression, sort of crippling depression?
Yeah, I mean, what happened in the shed actually was the book, because the book starts out with it, and I wanted to kind of lay it right out. I tried to hang myself at 17. I was just completely depressed, and luckily the rope came undone, but I meant it. I was committed and thought this was it, you know.
Boy, oh boy.
And so I've had to deal with it all my life. It started around puberty, you know, when all the terrible stuff starts.
Yes.
But what exactly was it that was depressing?
It was a chemical thing. Plus, it was I can link it to a lot of things. My dad was in the Army. I never had roots. We moved every 2 years. I kept meeting friends, you know, loving the friends and knowing I was going to say bye to them in 2 years. So I never laid down any roots, and it was really stressful for me. And music saved me, really, in the end. But it's stuff that I've had
But even during those music years, you suffered from depression.
Yeah, yeah.
Did it help when you wrote about this in this book?
It helped me see that my depression has had a good side, that it's my driver too. It's my driver to succeed and to and initially it was okay if I get successful, then it'll go away. You know, everyone will be going, oh, you're great.
But you got successful and it still stayed.
Well, it disappeared for a year, and then once the novelty of being successful wore off, then it came back with a vengeance.
Well, let me ask you a question. What would you say? Because you know, it's so funny. You're saying puberty is such a hard time for kids. It really is the worst.
Yeah.
What would you say to kids right now that are teenagers and feeling hopeless and contemplating suicide? What would you say to them?
What I say in the book, which is give it a day, give it a week, give it another 30 days, give it another year, because things will change. I mean, you know, we've all heard, and I've known personally stories of kids who've committed suicide, and you just think, man, if you'd only given it another year, things would have turned around. And things did turn around for me. I mean, it's something that I battle with all the time, but the most positive thing I think about putting it in a book is showing that you can still have a successful life.
Sure.
And you know, it doesn't have to take you down.
Absolutely. Well, it's great advice, and it's a bestseller as well. Late, Late at Night. This is his memoir. In a moment, you're going to hear him sing for us. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on Live, Poppy Montgomery.
Rick Springfield with us. Have a little change in the show. We're going to spend a little more time talking with Rick, and then he's going to sing for us, and that segment
I threatened them.
Sunless Spring. You'll see that tomorrow on our show. So, okay. So anyway, we've been sitting here for the commercial break, and it's interesting to talk with this guy. He's been through an awful lot, and went into therapy for 5 years. And it helped identify what it was that was bothering you to give you a chance to fight back.
Right. I mean, at 1985, things were still flying, you know, and I pulled the plug and went into therapy to save my life, because I was completely under. I pulled under. You know, I'd come to the point where I realized that no matter how successful I got, it wasn't going to heal what was inside me. So I went into really deep Jungian therapy, and it doesn't cure you, you know, but it helps identify the things that are pushing you. So you're not some hapless, you know, woman being pushed by these forces. You identify them and then you can deal with them. But on the other hand, I mean, you know, as a photo, I do have happy moments. I'm not like this constantly dark, you know, person. It comes and goes.
And this is when you got married and you were happy about that?
I was real happy.
Yeah, look at that.
Then I had really terrible hair color. That's purple.
Wait, point out the person that you pointed out to us in the
there's my
background.
mom stuck right in the middle. She's real happy right there. See her?
Trying to be a part of it.
Oh, my son, he finally got married.
Now that girl is Barbara.
That's Barbara, my wife, yeah.
And you've been married how long now?
For 26 years. We've been together for...
And this depression then continued for part of those marriage years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's been on and off all my life.
Where are you right now?
Really friggin' depressed, dude.
Are we doing that to you?
No.
People who come here usually are. No. It's okay.
No, I'm not.
You sit here long enough, we'll get you.
We'll get you depressed. Don't worry.
No, I feel I should feel great today, and it's not, you know, it's not a constant thing. It comes and goes, and I just deal with it, you know.
But you wrote so many great songs.
They
you
came out of depression, most of them.
Yeah, right.
What are you going to sing for us when you come back?
Don't worry, be happy. No, I'm not. I'm going to sing it. Love somebody.
Love Somebody with Rick Springfield in a moment.
Next week on Live, we'll talk with Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint, the stars of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Here's Rick Springfield with a special version of a great hit he had back in 1984 called Love Somebody. Rick Springfield.
I can see the path you're cutting. It cost me a little piece of my heart. I can see the doors you're shutting, 'cause they were open at the start. Baby, loving you has been hard on me. You're a top little sister, but you'll settle for a mister tonight. But you're running out of time. You better love somebody. It's late. You better love somebody. Don't wait. You better love somebody. Don't tempt fate. You're gonna push it just a little too far one night. Your eyes are wild. Your skin's so white. You're undernourished and overfed. She's got the teeth, she knows how to bite. 'Cause when you bled, I bled. You got the perfect image of the perfect man. You're a top little sister, but you'll settle for a mister tonight. But you're running out of time. You better love somebody. It's late. You better love somebody. Don't wait. You better love somebody. Don't tempt fate. You're gonna push it just a little too far. I'm only saying what I feel. You think I'm wrong, I know. Thought I was sleeping at the wheel. I thought that you were driving. You better love somebody. You better love somebody. You better love somebody. It's late. You better love somebody. Don't wait. You better love somebody. Don't tempt fate. You're gonna push it just a little too far one night. One night. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Rick, that was terrific. We'll be right back in a moment.
If you'd like to know more about anything on Live, visit our website. Live returns in a moment.